Hello everyone, welcome back. We have covered introduction to data science and now you know that we should be familiar with various skills and technologies to work on data science. The first thing that we are going to start with is statistics for data science. We are not going for all details of statistics, but at least we'll cover the topics that we really need for starting our data processing using this data science. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to discuss. That we'll start with data types and we'll just move to the next topic one by one. So first is data. In data science, we have to mainly handle data. There are different types of data, and as you know, that different types of data need different types of processing. We can categorize data in three types: numerical data, categorical data, and ordinal data. First is numerical data. Numerical data means anything which we can quantify. So it is something quantifiable information. And numeric data can be of two types: discrete data and continuous data. Discrete means, say, number of people, number of items, number of objects, right? They are some discrete data. Then comes the continuous data. Continuous means, say, the weight of a person, the amount required. So if we check the weight of a person, then if we say have two people having the weight 50 kg and 51 kg, then there can be numerous number of people in between 50 and 51, right? Because there can be fraction of kg and fraction of gram of weight also of a person. So that's why this type of data is a continuous data where all the possible values in a continuous range is possible. That is the continuous numerical data. Then we come to categorical data. Categorical data means it is used for qualitative measurements. Okay, it is the qualitative data that is used to classify data into different categories. Okay, and there can be some numbers which can be assigned. So say it is the gender of a person. So suppose male and female. So they are two categories of people, and sometimes we can give some numbers to them, say male as 1 and female as 2. But that really does not mean any order. So if it is the gender of the person, of the country of a person, nationality of a person, or religion of a person, so they all are equal. So we cannot give any order. Sometimes we can give some numbers, but that does not signify any order. So they are called the categorical data. The third is ordinal data. So ordinal data is also like categorical data, but here the categories have some significant orders. The orders has some meaning here. Say it is the movie rating. So suppose the possible movie ratings are from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. But these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers have some significance in order, because if a movie has the rating of 5, that signifies that the movie was very good. If the rating is 1, that means that the movie was not that good. So here also it is categorical data, but here the categories are always in some order. That's why they are known as ordinal data. Okay, so whatever we have discussed, we have some diagrammatic representation. So data type is of three types: numerical, categorical, and ordinal. And numerical is of two types: discrete, say the number of items, and continuous means suppose the amount, anything. So that is the continuous data. Then we may come as categorical, where say the gender of a person, maybe the category of the people, but really not have any order. And ordinal data means here you can say the rating, say, okay, through stars we can give 1 star to 5 stars. So they are categorical data but having some specific order. That is the ordinal data. So that is data types. Next we are coming to measures of central tendency. Okay, central tendency is kind of any data set we are trying to find the middle value. Okay, something related to the center position in the data set, that is the central tendency. As part of central tendency, we have mean, median and mode. Okay, so let us start with mean. So if we have some value sets, say in 30, just increase the size, 10, 30, 40, 20. Okay, if this data set is given, then how to calculate the mean? We have to first make the sum of these four numbers. Then when I get the sum, we have to divide it by 4. That is the number of elements. If we have 5 numbers, then we have to sum up them and the total sum should be divided by 5. Then we get the average or the mean of the data set. Then comes median. Median is the middle value of a sorted data set. So if I go back here, if we have to find the median of this data set, then the first task we have to do is we have to sort this data set. So something like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So first of all, I have sorted out and then I have to find the middle value. So if it is an odd number of elements, then I will always get one middle value. Okay. But say my data set is having 4 elements. Then what is the middle value? Here actually there are two middle values, 20 and 30. So how to calculate the median? I first take the two middle values, then I calculate the mean of these two middle values. So 20 and 30, if I calculate the mean, it will be 25. So for this data set, the median will be 25. Okay. Next is mode. Mode is nothing but the number of elements present which is the having the maximum occurrence. So if I write this and then say 40 and 30 and 30 and say 20. Okay. If this data set is given, then what we have to do? For each number, I have to find the number of occurrences. So say 10. So I will find 10 in the rest of the data set and I find that 10 has the occurrence is 1. So it is only present at a one occurrence. Okay. And if I take 20, then 20 is present twice. If I take 30, 30 is present thrice. There are 3 occurrences of 30. And if I take 40, 40 has also 2 occurrences. So from the list, I can make some conclusion that 30 is the number which is present maximum time in the list, right? So that's why 30 is the mode of this list. Okay, so that is the calculation of mean, median and mode. Next comes measures of variability. Variability means that how scattered the data set is. Means what is the distance between each and every data point in the data set. Okay, that is being calculated by measures of variability. The first one is range. How to calculate the range? It is the difference between the lowest and highest number of a data set. So if you go back to our data set, if you consider this data set, what will be the range? Here first of all I have to find the lowest value, that is 10. I have to find the highest value, that is 40. So the range will be 40 minus 10, that is the range of this data set. Next comes variance. What is variance? It is the measurement of how spread out the data is. Okay, so when the data set is there, whether the data set is, the data points are very close to each other or there are a lot of, distance between them. Means maybe from 1 to 100, if I select say 4 numbers, 51, 52, 53, 54. So they are very close to each other, right? But if I select 10, then 25, then 69, then 99. So they are also 4 numbers from this set, but they are very scattered, right? Because they have lot of difference between them. So that is the calculation we do to find this distance. Okay. So that is the variance. So what we do, the steps are, first of all, I have to find the mean of the data points. You know that if say 4 data points are given, I can calculate the mean. Then we subtract the mean from each data point. Okay. So if I say take 10 and then 30, then 50 and 70. Okay, so if I have these 4 data points, maybe my mean is say 40. So when the mean is 40, I make the calculate the difference. So 30 minus 40, 10 minus 40, then 50 minus 40, 70 minus 40. So from each number I just subtract the mean. And when I subtract the mean, you can understand that numbers which are less than mean will have some negative result, and numbers which are more than mean will have some positive result. But here the sign is not important. Here the difference is important, right? Because when it is difference between 30 and 50, if I write 30 minus 50, then it is minus 20. But if I write 70 minus 50, then it is plus 20, right? But here the distance between 30 and 50 and the distance between 70 and 50 is same. So this this sign, this positive and negative, actually have no such significance. For that, what is being done after the subtraction, the all the outputs are, we square each result. Okay, when you square, you know that if a negative number is squared, it is also going to give you the same number when it is getting squared, whether it's a negative or positive number. So we square each result and then we find the mean of the result. Okay, so when we get all the differences, subtraction, after subtraction we get the differences, we calculate the square and then we take the mean of that value. So that is the variance of a data set. So you can just follow these steps and you can find the variance of any data set given to you. Okay, and when you have found the variance, then you can simply calculate the square root of the variance to find the standard deviation. So these are some of the very important, variability measures and central tendency measures that we'll require very frequently when we'll work on our data. Okay, so this is the first part on statistics, and we'll continue in the next session on the different other topics that we have to cover as part of statistics for data science. Okay, so for now we'll close it here.